Scorpio? How are you all doing? Guess what time it is, man? Time for your January 2025 main monthly reading. I don't really have any announcements to make for January. Other than if you need a personal reading, all the information is in the description of the video. Other than that, let's just jump right into this. So I actually want to start the January readings off with the person you dealt with in the past. Past person. So if you're not here inquiring about a past person, sit tight. I'll get to your situation here in a minute. Oh, the Temperance just jumped out there. Some of you dealt with a Sagittarius, possibly. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right, hang on. Ooh, Lover's card reversed. Got a lot of major arcana here. Okay. Ooh, look right down here at the very end of the line. You know what that means? I'm kind of feeling like communication and a reconciliation attempt. I always have to highlight the word attempt because we have to see the energies you all are bringing to the table to be able to determine whether or not it'll be a successful attempt. So let's see the major arcana I have on the table before it's too late. Some of you dealt with a Virgo. I also have Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Sagittarius. But here's the funny thing. The Lover's card is reversed as the overall energy here. So it kind of feels to me like it just feels like you all are coming back together and reconnecting. And the energy just feels so awkward and weird. It just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel quite like you thought it would. And I think you're a little bit indecisive. It's giving you this battle in your mind of you're not sure how you feel about it, you know? Because I don't know how long y'all have been separated, but I think those of you who are interested in the past person, once you communicate with this person, you're going to be kind of beside yourself because you've spent all this time, however long you've been separated, picturing in your mind how you think it's going to be if you reconnect with this person. And as soon as y'all come together and reconnect, it doesn't feel anything like you thought it would, like at all. At all. And it's almost like it just doesn't even really feel like they're the same person, or it doesn't feel like you're the same person. You can't really figure it out. I think it kind of drives you a little bit nuts. You're like, what is this? What is going on here? I think you're realizing instantly that you don't feel the way you thought you would feel. So maybe this person's just not showing really any emotion. I don't know. The energy looks really, really awkward and weird. That's the only thing I can really say about this. Let's go ahead and look at this person's energy, their feelings, and their intentions. Past person Scorpio dealt with. What's their feelings, energies, and intentions? Oh, the Death card. King of Cups reversed. So it's almost, I think y'all are kind of mirroring each other. And I wish I would have said that in the last spread because the King of Swords upright and the Queen of Swords reversed came out. And I was about to say something about that, but I was like, nah, let me put that aside. But now it's showing, and I think y'all are kind of mirroring each other a little bit because they're feeling pretty much the same way you're feeling. It doesn't really feel the same to them either. Once they not only that, but I think once you all reconnect, you're intimidating them. Like, they've been waiting on the opportunity for the two of you to reconnect. But once you all reconnect, I think they're intimidated by you. And I think you can kind of pick up on that weird feeling of awkwardness and nervousness, and it may be a little bit off-putting to you. So it's hard to say, man. This is, let me clear the air real quick. This is a heavy, 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 awkward, weird-ass energy here. Let me clear this air a little bit. Pulling a heavy energy into my studio here. But yeah, I don't even really think, honestly, this person knows what their intentions are. I don't think so. I don't really think they have a solid set of intentions. I don't even think this person is confident enough to really know exactly what they want. You know what I'm saying? Could be a Pisces for some of you. Well, let's see. How's this situation playing out? What's the outcome? How's this playing out? What is the outcome? Whoa. Oh, Nine of Cups reversed. Fool card reversed. I think you're actually choosing not to jump head first into this. Where just moments before you all reconnected, you could swear that that's what you wanted. But I think you're kind of choosing to back away from this. Yeah, I see Lover's card reversed there again too. Once you feel that the energy just doesn't feel the same, I feel like you're kind of backing away from this, honestly. Kind of backing away from this and making an unexpected decision. Yeah. And it's gonna, I think it's kind of catching you off guard too. It's surprising you. You didn't think you would feel that way about it, but you're kind of backing away from this. The energy just feels way too off. Way too off. I think you're kind of, I mean, you're continuing communication with them, but it's just like you're distancing yourself more and more and more. Because it just feels weird. So a solid decision isn't really being made. Let's see what the advice is here. What's the advice? Dude, man, I've been seeing that come through for everybody. Who was that last night? Virgo? I've been seeing this theme here at the end of 2024 play out for so many of the signs. A lot of you are going to be reconnecting with people from your past, not just romance, friends, family you fell out with, to give you the chance to find closure and let it go. So when you start feeling that energetic disconnect, don't be afraid to let it go. That's a fairly common question that comes through my readings, is people be asking, is it the right decision for me to walk away from this? Am I making the right choice? If you feel like you need to walk away from something, that is not the wrong choice. That's not the wrong choice. You are not going to feel like you need to walk away from something or a person that is supposed to be a part of your life. If it doesn't feel right, don't be afraid to back away from it. But find closure in your heart. Okay? All right, wow, okay. All right, let's see what's going on with the Scorpios who are in a long-term relationship. If you're not in a long-term relationship, this is not for you. And if you are in a long-term relationship and you are not having any problems, this is not for you. What is the issue? What's going on with Scorpio and the long-term partner in January 2025? Ooh, at a crossroads. Should you stay or should you go? All right, let's see. Yep. Wow. Two of Swords and Two of Wands. So these two cards are like the air and fire version of pretty much the same energy. The Two of Wands is like being at a crossroads, not knowing which path to take. And the Two of Swords is like having to make a decision and not knowing what decision to make. So it almost kind of feels like both of you are kind of on the fence about where this relationship's going to go. But spoiler alert, I don't think a decision is being made one way or the other in January. Ooh, lots of drama. Drama, drama, drama. Actually, I could probably feel comfortable saying that the drama is ramping up and increasing in January. And it's just getting to the point where it's draining you. But here's the thing. I feel like you're completing a karmic contract with this person. I think so. Yup. This feels like a completed soul contract. So the energy is getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And the drama between the two of you is ramping up and ramping up and ramping up. And it's draining you and draining you and draining you. But an ending is being prevented. And a solid decision is not being made. So that's the outcome. Repeating a cycle. Let's see how the current long-term partner feels about you. How's the current long-term partner feel about Scorpio? Oh, shit. That kind of feels like they're ready to walk away. They got one foot out the door. Damn. Damn. Some of you could have problems over finances. Financial issues could be causing problems. Now, here's the thing. I don't think this person really knows, because they do love you. They do. They do. They absolutely do. But they feel like it's pointless. Even though they love you, it's pointless. They don't really feel like you all are making any progress. They don't want the drama. I know that may sound crazy, even if they're the one starting it all the time. I know. I don't have time to unpack that psychological anomaly, but of course, even if they're the one starting the drama all the time, they're still finding some way to blame you for it. So they don't want the drama. They do love you. They don't want this to come to an end, but they're trying to make a head over heart decision. So they kind of got one foot out the door, like they think that walking away from this is really their only choice. But like I said, they're not making a decision either. They feel like you all are repeating a cycle. I think they're honestly afraid to make that leap out into the unknown. They just wish that things could go back to the way they were between the two of you back in the day. Some of you dealing with a Libra. I also have Aries and Leo here. All right, let's get the advice. What is the advice for Scorpio and the current long-term partner? What's the advice? Page of Pentacles. Ooh, Magician reversed. Okay, well, y'all need to have a conversation, honestly. Now, this is telling me that the two of you, if you could both get on the same page, you could take a new timeline, write a new contract, and save this relationship. It is very, very possible. But that's going to require a lot of work and dedication on both of your parts. And if there's not work and dedication on both of your parts, I'd be surprised if you all were still together a year from now. You could be, but I'd be surprised. Because right now you're at a point where the energy is getting heavier by the day, and heavier and heavier and heavier by the day. So the only thing that I could recommend if you really want to save this is you just focus on yourself and what you're going to do, right? Just focus on your own psychological state, your own emotional state, your own emotional triggers. And that's really all you can do. Hopefully they follow suit. Because here's the thing. How do you work on a relationship? How do you do that? You know how to do that? You know the proper way to work on a relationship? Well, I'll give you a hint. You don't work on the relationship. They don't work on the relationship. It's not the way it works. I work on me, and you work on you. That's it. That's it. The only person you're in control of is you. And I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't care who you are, what your sign is, or why you're watching this video. If you think you ain't got nothing you need to work on, I promise you're the problem. I promise you that. Promise you that. Ain't no human being walking around on planet Earth with nothing they need to work on. We all got shit we need to work on. So, as a human, the only thing you can do is focus on the things you need to work on and let them do what they're going to do. All right, now let's take a look and see what's going on with the singles and their love interest. Single Scorpios, and your love interest. Anything happening in January between the single Scorpios and the person they're interested in? Ah, damn, dog. Ace of Pentacles reversed, straight out the gate. Looks like no new start. Seven of Pentacles. You're starting to kind of feel like you might be wasting your time, but you can't quite walk away from this. It almost kind of feels like there's a part of you that wants to walk away from this, but there's another part of you that can't. So you wish you could, but you're having a hard time making yourself let go of this. So it's kind of like you're still energetically attached to this person. You feel like you're wasting your time, but there's another part of you that can't let go of this. So you're kind of stuck in a mental battle. Some of you dealing with a Cancer, also have Sagittarius here, and Virgo. Two of Cups reversed. So it's not really look like anything is coming to this in January. I'm going to have to see how this person feels about you. How's this person feel about you? What are their thoughts, feelings, and opinions? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? Six of Coins. Temperance reversed. Eight of Wands reversed. Two of Cups reversed. Well, with the Nine of Wands right here, they're obviously very guarded. Very, very guarded. Here's the thing. Okay. So, now I got to preface this by saying I don't think they have bad intentions, but that doesn't excuse shitty, immature behavior. Okay? So that's where you kind of got to go inside and judge it for yourself. No, their actions aren't coming from a bad place. They're not intentionally trying to play games with you. I do think that they do have an interest in you. I think so. However, deep down inside, they're very guarded and afraid to fall in love, afraid to settle down with anyone, which translates into what? They're afraid of getting hurt. They're not afraid of falling in love. They're not afraid of settling down. They're afraid of settling down, falling in love, and getting hurt. That's what they're afraid of. So, they still have a lot of unhealed heartbreak that they haven't dealt with. I see that come through all the time. Matter of fact, was that yesterday? Just dealt with a client yesterday, or read for a client who's dealing with a situation just like that, you know? So they do have feelings for you, though. They do. But they're guarding their heart. They're afraid of getting hurt. And this is the same thing that comes up every single time. So you're dealing with a codependent. So what this person thinks falling in love, this person doesn't know how to fall in love. They're really, really good at falling into codependency attachments, right? And every time you fall into a codependency attachment, that's eventually going to turn to shit. Every time. But they don't know anything else. That's all they know. That's all they think love is. So they're a codependent. They know it. They don't know any other way. And they know that every time they fall into a codependency attachment, they're going to end up getting hurt. So the only thing they know how to do is throw their walls up and try to isolate themselves. But they're really lonely at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It creates one hell of an emotional and psychological conundrum. And I think a lot of it has to do with emotional immaturity as well. It's not coming from a bad place. It's coming from a very lost and immature place. Does that make sense? Doesn't excuse shitty behavior, but they're not, however they're acting towards you, they're not doing it to play games with you on purpose. You see what I'm saying? All right, well, let's get the advice on this. What is the advice on this? What is the advice? Four of Wands. Well, first thing you need to do, if you haven't already, is let this person know that they have an opportunity right in front of them. Let them know that, okay? Some of you have, some of you have not. If you have not, you want to let that be known. Open up to this person if you haven't already. And that's really about all you can do here. That's really about all you can do. If you have opened up and shown your feelings and intentions and let them know that there's an open door of opportunity right here, and they're still too scared, there's nothing you can do about that. Really nothing you can do about that but move on from it. Now, here's the thing. I can't tell you how to move on from it. Can't tell you that. Because like I said, I think a lot of you, your logical mind is telling you need to move on from it anyways. You just don't know how. I get it. I don't know how to tell you how to let go of something that you want. But let this person know how you feel. Let them know what your intentions are. Let them know there's an open door of opportunity, and figure out some way to convey to this person that you ain't gonna do them like that. You know, normally what I'll tell you is that you have to be patient with that. But at the end of the day, some of you have already been patient for a while. So how long should you have to be patient waiting to see if somebody's gonna let their guard down? Because when it all comes down to it, they have to want to see the good in you in order to see that. They have to want to see that. But I'll tell you what this is telling me here. I can't tell you how to let it go. Can't tell you that. But if you can figure out how to successfully release it, there is something much, much, much better waiting for you on the horizon. Now you have to release it first, because you have to get out of that vibration first before you can attract this in. Don't think that you're going to run and grab this person and bring them into your life and they're going to take this person's place. It don't work that way. Energetically, it don't. So, yeah, that's really all. That's kind of a cliffhanger, but that's really all you can do in a situation like this. All right? All right, y'all, I feel like those were the messages that my Scorpio family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.